Made in Italy matters, handmade in Italy matters.
Working in one of Italy's high-end fashion industries is Giorgio, an apprentice tailor, Suzanne, a Milan boutique sales assistant, Enzo and Monica, fashion factory workers, Angelo, a master tailor, Andrea, a captain executive, Shiv, a man with a tie for every occasion, Wendy, one-time designer, now full-time academic, Robert, a future fashion designer, and Jason, a Swiss stylist and garment guru. They're all involved in the world of fashion,
the Italian
making us believe
fashion
we
industry
are
is
what
an
we
important
wear.
component of Italy's economy. And in terms of employment, the fashion industry is roughly the second industry by number of employees. The contribution to GDP is also third or second.
Well, around the world, it seems to be quite a famous thing. It's made in Italy. Now, if it is made in Italy, it should be really made in Italy from A to Z.
And we are proud to say that Brioni is probably 100% made in Italy.
There is this stress and emphasis on made in Italy, because obviously if you buy a luxury good, you want to make sure that it was made in a little workshop and in still a very artisanal way, rather than being created and made in a big factory somewhere in Asia.
Penne is where Italy's Brioni clothing company works on a traditional cluster model. This is where one industry concentrates on developing particular skills in a small geographical area.
Penne, it's one of our production facility. We employ only in Penne around 900 tailors.
Approximately 10% of the population from Penne work for Brioni. Because for make one Brioni suits, minimum 220 persons work in one suit, 440 hands work in one suit. Yeah, for making Brioni suits, we have more than 220 different steps, 78 ironing and pressing, and many controls.
We apply more than 6,000 handmade stitches on a Brioni suits. 35 minutes only for a buttonhole. So that's really, I call the magic of the product.
A lot of these workshops which serve the great and the good of this world, and most of them are based in Italy, and they're recognized. They probably are not a household name. They're not Gucci, they're not Prada, but they are extremely high quality, extremely well regarded, and they serve really the top segment of the market.
All the best people in the world by Brioni. Personally, I meet 25 presidents. I meet Jack Nicholson, Nelson Mandela, Donald Trump is a super Brioni fan.
One of the young and aspiring tailors now working at Brioni's Penne factory is Giorgio Braschi.
Il mio lavoro, io sono un apprendista sarto e sto apprendendo le tecniche sia antica della sartoria che quella moderna. Ho deciso di venire a Penne grazie a un ragazzo di Penne, e grazie a lui mi ha consigliato di venire qui a Penne perché c'è sia per la fabbrica anche per la scuola. In fabbrica io giro tutte quante le sezioni, le faccio tutti i reparti, sono partito dalle maniche, ora sono ai davanti e poi andrò avanti, scorrerò fino ad arrivare ai pantaloni. Farò tutto il ciclo completo delle fasi.
Brioni not only produces women and men's clothing, but hand makes all of its branded accessories too, in Italy.
Well, I basically run the ties division, the accessories division, whereby we produce all neckwear for the Brioni group.
The tie division produces 125 ties a year.
Working here is, to me, it's a passion. I play with many colors. I think it's that fact that whatever you do, you know it's totally exclusive. It's just a very satisfying feeling. We are a brand which is handmade in Italy, so be it that the tie is handmade in Italy too. It's fun. Every day, every week, I give birth to a new design, and it's like a baby. Here we have something that's very interesting. It's a very noble fabric with 18-karat gold thread going through it, and we use this for our formal wear. Tie is it's formal. We may say it's formal. It's a form of respect. It's a form of culture. You cannot go to an evening gala with an open shirt. It certainly says a lot about you. You could present yourself because it's trendy, but you're certainly not elegant. I wear a tie every working day.
Any factory's 1,400 employees work in 2 shifts, from 7 in the morning till 1:45, and from 2 in the afternoon till 8:45. Each shift has a break time, where the staff canteen provides subsidised, freshly baked pizza and bread for its sandwiches. The average factory floor salary here is €1,100 per month. That's $1,200. And each employee takes 3 weeks sabbatical when the factory is closed after breaks. They also have holidays on Christmas. The local economy in the region is obviously heavily dependent on the success of Brioni, the biggest employer.
Io sono Marini Monica e mi occupo dello stiro delle maniche. Praticamente mi occupo dell'apertura delle cuciture, dopodiché faccio il fondo, piego il fondo, preparo il fondo per le maniche, che verrà poi in seguito ribattuto a mano. Io sono nata a Penne, sono nata il 14 gennaio 1974. Paesino molto tranquillo, molto piccolo, i miei genitori sono operai e praticamente mia madre ha lavorato nel settore tessile, quindi dopo gli studi avevo 16 anni quando praticamente anch'io ho intrapreso questa soluzione.
If you consider that the human resource is a great value, and probably 80% of the employees are related to each other, so the family concept is a very strong concept in our company.
Mio marito lavora anche qui, lui addirittura ha fatto un corso, il primo corso che la Brioni praticamente ha creato, e mio marito stava in mezzo a uno di questi ragazzi, insomma, che hanno fatto il corso.
Ma il mio mestiere qui è affiancare il responsabile di qualità della Brioni, dargli una mano. Maggiormente mi occupo dei su misura, diciamo un reparto un pochettino distaccato dalla linea normale, però che fa su misura. Sono tutte giacche un pochettino particolari, con clienti di esigenze particolari. Cerchiamo di lavorarlo nel migliore dei modi per adattare il tipo di abito alla conformità della persona che lo indossa. Il lavoro all'inizio non è stato più che una scelta, all'inizio è stato più una necessità economica. La via è sempre stata dei genitori di mia sorella la spinta, ma dopo lavorando all'interno dell'azienda, conoscendo pure il tipo di lavoro, il lavoro è molto gratificante, poi con tutti i passaggi che ho fatto io, iniziando da un corso, arrivando ad affiancare un responsabile di qualità della Brioni, ritengo soddisfatto del mio percorso fino adesso.
I'm a third generation in this company. My grandfather has been one of the 2 founders of the company.
Andrea's grandfather set up shop 65 years ago. Brioni soon became established as the tailor to the stylish and famous, dressing many a Hollywood star, and today it is still clothing the well-heeled and the high-heeled. A suit costs from about $4,000 to $37,000. This high value is based on its unique handcrafted and the honed skills which the company develops at its own tailoring school, the very place where Enzo and Angelo both trained.
We have a school inside of the factory. For 4 years, the student study every day, 8 hours, only handmade.
Ammazzo.
After, when finish the school, start to work in the factory and have another 2 years approximately of process inside. And every student make every 220 different steps. And in 6-7 years, we have the tailor with the formation at the top level.
Quella moderna qui in fabbrica e la sartoria, diciamo, antica a scuola.
Yeah, Giorgio is a very nice story because he started to work in our store in Rome and had a good potentiality, and we proposed to Giorgio if he won't come to Penne for 4 years to stay in our Brioni school and in the factory here. And Giorgio, I think, could be possible in the future, are one of the top tailor in our Brioni store in Rome.
La mia ambizione è diventare master tailor, sarto maestro e diventare anche caposarto o dentro l'azienda o nelle boutique Brioni per il mondo.
At 1:45 the morning shift clocks off. Join us in part 2 when we see our workers at play and follow the international appeal of bespoke tailoring. Welcome back to the world of top tailoring and high-end fashion. London's Royal College of Art teaches a postgraduate course in textiles and fashion, preparing the next generation of designers and top tailors. They have established a working relationship with Brioni.
The connection between Royal College of Art and Brioni is that we do a project with them every year with our menswear students, and we've been doing it for 3 years now, and it's all based on tailoring because it's a fantastic opportunity for the students. They get to go to Brioni in Penne for a week. They work with the master tailors, and the students learn so much from how a proper tailoring factory works.
I've been invited in London from the Royal College of Art. They invited us in this partnership to training this new young generation of designers in the art of tailoring. I think it's a sign how Brioni could be also contemporary.
Their make, is impeccable there. Their suits are all hand-tailored, which is brilliant. And you don't really get that scale in Britain. Within the factory, each skill is just done by one person. So you'll get someone doing buttonholes, another person cutting those buttonholes, another person making shoulder pads, another person putting sleeves in. So they are really specialists in their skills.
I have much respect for the English tradition in tailoring, but probably Brioni is the only company, it's the only brand who has its own tailoring school that we have founded in 1985.
Robert Huth is from Germany and is studying at the Royal College of Art. He's just been for a week's tailor training at the Brioni School in Penne, where his travel jacket design won him the first prize.
The relationship between the Royal College and Brioni, I first of all learned a lot how to make a suit when we went to Italy to their company and to see how those amazing suits are made. I have drawn a collection which is based on suits, which I've never done before, and so I explored another side of my design skills, which have become part of my design language now.
We are proud to have been chosen from a London school. They have next to the corner Savile Row, but they definitely decided to have Brioni teaching them the art of tailoring.
It's fantastic for students to actually work with the company that produced, James Bond suits.
The tuxedo one here. Okay. And this is a special tuxedo we make for the movie. Here we have 8 pockets. And all the end stitching is with silver thread. Here we have a normal pocket. We have pocket here for a gun. In the sleeves, inside, in this part, the pocket for knife. With the finger, take and boom.
I think James Bond appeals to every man's sense of adventure and style. Who doesn't want to be a spy? Especially drive an Aston Martin and wear fantastic made-to-measure suits and always get the most beautiful girl. Today we are working on preparing for our first catalogue, men's and women's Brioni catalogue. We're preparing the looks, we've done the casting, working with the photographer in terms of the background, the art direction. What we're looking for when we choose a face for Brioni is elegance, sophistication, not necessarily conventional, someone with an innate sense of style and a bit of power. We tend to cast girls a little younger than the boys. The girls transform with hair and makeup incredibly so. I mean, almost to the point where sometimes you don't recognize them on set.
The Brioni women, it's a lady who wants to distinguish herself from the rest.
Women's wear is an integral part of the brand design and company ethos. Today's creations follow a long tradition of elegant haute couture. Women's wear sales account for X% of Brioni's turnover, and they're sold throughout Brioni's 65 worldwide stores.
My name is Suzanne Brown. I'm from Exeter, Devon, in the countryside. Been working in Brioni for 7 years now. I like it because I like the clients are international from all over the world. I like it also because you can get some famous people every now and then coming. I've had the pleasure of serving Tina Turner, the Duchess of York. So it's exciting, I like it. I mean, look at all the detail here. The fabrics also are wonderful. I mean, you've got cashmeres, which are super. It's lovely and soft. Once you have the feel of certain fabrics, you can't go back to selling something less than this. I came to Italy 25 years ago. I did come for work, and then after 6 months, I met an Italian. I married an Italian and decided to stay in Italy.
Suzanne isn't the only one lured by Italy's Dolce Vita or an Italian to fall in love with.
What's that they say? There's a woman behind every man. I fell in love with an Italian woman, and here I am.
When he finally takes his tie off, she spends most of his spare time in the saddle. Oh, and with his family.
I love riding. I love horses. I spend a lot of my free time with horses. I'm out in the country or training the horse, look at it.
Giorgio finds Penne's keen air bracing enough also for his sporting activities.
Io a Penne vivo da solo e l'azienda mi ha trovato una casetta nel centro storico e niente, sto qui da solo, sono riuscito ad ottenere l'indipendenza andando via da Roma e di questo ne sono felice. Ma durante il mio tempo libero, una volta che finisco di lavorare, vengo a casa con i miei amici, veniamo qua o ci facciamo una partita alla PlayStation o ci mettiamo qua sotto al tavolino, ci beviamo una birra, così ci facciamo 2 chiacchiere. Il mio futuro potrebbe essere anche qui a Penne, però non si può mai dire nella vita come vanno le cose, però anche se fosse qui ben venga, perché mi sto trovando molto bene e penso che mi troverò anche bene negli anni futuri, negli anni prossimi.
Angelo has an 8-year-old son, and it's his family life which takes up the sparse spare time he has away from his famous clients and measuring tapes. Angelo loves the Abruzzo region and the countryside around Penne where he lives. For some, Penne is not only God's own country, but the very centre of the known universe.
My free time, 99% is with my family. My holidays, it's 100% in Penne. Enrico, Maria. No, oggi no. I love my town and we have a 23 minutes beach and a 30 minutes mountain. It's a fantastic place.
And what do Monica and Enzo get up to outside the factory?
Nel tempo libero praticamente ci piace fare molte passeggiate, amiamo la montagna, ecco in estate parecchio il mare, poi sinceramente sono molto impegnata a stare dietro a mia figlia.
Mamma, cosa c'è stasera per cena?
Veramente non ho preparato quasi niente.
Monica has time to think of the supper menu while her daughter Carola is at a dance class.
2 volte a settimana devo portarla a scuola di ballo, poi le piace ballare, poi magari vuole incontrarsi con le amiche, ha sempre delle feste di compleanno, pertanto diciamo che l'impegno c'è sempre e non manca. Sto preparando della pasta fatta in casa, la faccio molto spesso perché praticamente questa è un piatto che piace parecchio a mia figlia e quindi mi sento gratificata comunque a realizzare qualcosa che le faccia piacere. Tutto, lei mangia proprio di tutto, a parte un po' le verdure che sai, come tutti i bambini. Veramente io sono una persona molto semplice, con poche ambizioni e sinceramente, ecco appunto ripeto, io sono venuta nel gruppo Brioni di penne senza pretese, senza poi all'evenienza se verrà perché no. Eccoci qua.
Sono single, sto in cerca da poco tempo, sono single e si spera bene.
So that's haute couture, made in Italy. And as the company celebrates its 65th year in business, it looks like they've got it all sewn up.